of Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. This is a place we're entitled to Brad's opinion, and not for your host, Brad Allard.
Well, that wasn't very enthusiastic. Normally he's like, we have to hose him down at the intro, but now we're like, it's him again. Yeah, it's like, it's that guy again.
He's been working his tail off, I think.
Are you, Taylor? Are you working your tail off?
Life is grand.
I know. How's that big job you're working on?
It's working.
Okay, good. See, he does big jobs and small jobs. He's there for
Does
you.
all the jobs.
Local legends.
Yes.
You're a local lady podcaster. No, that's from Galeb. Sorry.
Oh, I could be that, though.
Yeah, you could be that. Yeah, all
I
right.
have to bring my show back.
As you can tell, Camille's here, and we also have Gabrina Daniels here. And she's going to talk to us all about December and the chamber and also early January, I bet. And she got all this stuff. And it's always great. It's one of my easiest shows of the year is telling her. I just say, and take it away. And I go get some coffee.
And Gabrina's so shy. I mean, she never has anything to say.
No, it's like, you have to really, come on, you could tell us.
Pull it out of her.
You would, honestly, you would think that I would not be shy, but I really am
No,
shy.
you really are shy. Yeah. No, I think she really is.
Well, you know, people say that. I think of myself as a shy person, but they just say, oh, that's ridiculous. But it's like, you were a teacher and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, it's different when you're standing in front of a crowd than meeting somebody for the first time or somebody you barely know. I get kind of uncomfortable a little bit. When you're standing in front of the crowd at the chamber having a meeting, it's different, right?
I was so proud of Gabrina. Her first presentation that she did all the thing, and she did a great job.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
You did,
Thank you. I was so nervous.
Well, you did great.
But I'm just saying, people think that's nuts, but I it's like, it is a little bit different, and when I approach somebody that I need something, like I'm talking to about maybe sponsoring, whatever, my hands get all sweaty. You probably have that feeling too, because the fear of rejection or whatever else.
I get more nervous talking about me as a person and as an individual than I am. I'm very comfortable in my work skin.
Okay.
But in my personal skin, not that comfortable. So I can talk to you about work all day long and I'll be chatty Cathy. But if you ask me about Gabrina, it's like, you're going to have to pull stuff out of me because I'm just not.
The first thing I would think of when I think of Gabrina is little Cash.
Oh, I know. Right?
Your boy. I mean, not Money. Your boy Cash.
Yeah. He's adorable.
He really is. I mean, I see the pictures, and
he's a mama's boy.
He is.
Oh my goodness. It's bad.
It doesn't
so
change.
Cute, though.
It doesn't change when they grow up. My son is a mama's boy, and he's 30. He'll call mom, and if he can't get a hold of her, he'll call me and says, "Hey, can you get a hold of mom?"
Yeah, where's mom?
Yeah, right.
What about chopped liver?
Yeah, no, I'm the guy that talks about budgets and insurance or whatever, or finance stuff, and when he wants to feel better about what's going on in work or something, he talks to mama.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it works. But anyway, we're getting off the topic. I need to do these ads because
our sponsors make it happen.
They do make it. And I always tell them how I appreciate that, because it's not just me rambling that they make happen. They make all these nonprofit things happen on the show. I got like 4 coming up in December. And so the advertising we do, I get a lot of people that say that they don't listen to the show every time, which is fine. I don't expect them to. But they listen to it from time to time, and they appreciate the fact that we have this kind of outlet that they provide talk about like the Toys for Tots that went on yesterday and that kind of thing. Okay. Daniel, CrossFit Burleson, 317 Southwest Wilshire. Speaking of making it happen, he just got back from Guatemala. He's on the board of that Eagle's Nest orphanage. You familiar with that? There's an orphanage down in Guatemala that a couple of our Burleson friends, one's an ex-student, and they go to my church.
Tiffany and Terry?
The McConnells. And Daniel's on the board of that, and they take care of these orphans in Guatemala.
Oh, wow.
And they basically did what Scripture says. They sold everything they had and went down to Guatemala. And it's, and I don't say this to brag, but I do sponsor a couple of their kids. And I tell you, it really, I haven't met any of the kids. When they get adopted, if you want, they'll transfer your sponsorship to another child. And my first one got adopted about 2 years after I picked it up. And they sent me pictures of her new family, and I mean, it clutches you.
Mine aged out, so she's gone.
Yeah, and it chokes you up. And you're like, I never met this little girl, but I feel like,
like it's yours, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the way we feel.
So anyway, I'm sure Daniel would rather talk about Eagle's Nest. So if you want to do something for Christmas, check into Eagle's Nest and maybe consider sponsoring a child in Guatemala. Also, Shandy, she's also involved in Re-Inspire. There's an ad coming in a minute. I'll talk about that.
Did it?
Oh, is that you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. It was me.
All right. Anyway, Stogsdill Group. She's going to be on the show in about 2 weeks, roughly. She's going to Sorry, I'm getting a little bit clogged up. Boy, the dust in the air and all this other stuff is really getting to me. But anyway, she's going to be on the show.
I thought you were getting emotional.
No, okay. About real estate?
Yeah.
It clutches me. No, Stocks Group, she does really good work because she knows what she's doing, and she knows all the real estate is and the rates and what's going on with that. The rates going crazy and whatever else. So there you are. Did you get a link, by the way, for this? I haven't gotten a link.
Well, I just went on Facebook and opened it.
Okay, well, I like it when he sends me a link because it's just easier.
Oh
for me.
Gosh, well.
No, well, send me. Okay, fine. Anyway, Stocks Deal Group. Give her a call, and if you're looking to move in and around the area, this is where you need to be because she's the one that has all the information that you need. Also, thank you to Otto. Everybody loves Otto. I'll be seeing him probably in a couple of days. Basically, if I don't go see Otto every few days, I start to feel like something's missing in my life. And so we'll go there and have some coffee and pie or chicken fried steak. And he's also a big timer in your chamber, isn't he?
He is. I need to go meet with him anyway on some stuff. So.
Oh, really? Well, he's very generous about a lot of things. And, he doesn't advertise it a lot for himself. Right. So somebody has to really kind of tell him, tell other people about it. But he's very generous. And I'm very fond of him, to say the least. And so thank you to everything you do, Otto. Also, Chris, or Wild Cigar and Culture, he has a specific thing you want me to talk about. I'm going to have to pull it up on the text phone here. But he has... The text phone, yeah. Okay, make fun of me.
Hey, this is our time.
Yeah, I call it the interwebs.
Oh, well, interwebs too.
Anytime this old people, it's not Facebook, it's the Facebook. That
like
kind of stuff.
Walmart.
The Walmart. We're going, it's like we don't watch TV.
You say Walmart.
Programs.
Walmart. Oh no.
No.
Okay. Anyway, he has a lot going on. His 1-year anniversary is coming up in about 2 weeks. And one of his cigar suppliers, Oliva Cigars, is sponsoring a Christmas party. They're going to have an ugly sweater contest. They're going to have a lot of holiday cocktails throughout the month. They're also going to have a giveaway from Oliva, which would include a grand prize of a 55-inch Samsung TV. And they're going to also have, gift packages he could provide for family. I'm going to buy some gift cards from him. You could either buy for the cigars or for the bar or both. And, and so... it's a good place to do that. And if you need stocking stuffers, it's a real good place. So check it out, guys.
And they have a cool artist in there.
Do they?
She makes art out of cigar wrappers. I think we talked about this before. She's awesome.
Yes, we have. But I'm just thinking, that's interesting, cigar wrappers. Because they're not like, they really are little works of art. If you've ever seen them from these, particularly from like the Caribbean and Central American suppliers, they really go out on those little wrappers like wine labels. I guess it's an art. Also, thank you to Local Life with the magazine's about to come out. If it hasn't already,
it's out.
It's out. Okay,
I just got it.
Okay, it usually comes out about this time of the month, and it's always great. What's on the cover? I haven't seen it yet.
I don't remember.
Oh well, you're a lot of help. But LocalLifeTX.com always has good articles and whatnot. Also, they sponsor contests like local favorites and things of that nature, and I would like to say I was voted favorite podcast, but I think I'm the only one.
I think you were. In your own contest.
Yeah, in my own mind. That's good enough, So that's good. And also, here I'm sharing all this business here. Boom, boom, boom. There you go.
Can I just say something?
Please.
If anybody wants to get me a Christmas present, go see Gayla and ask for the pink sapphires. Thank you. Okay.
When we had our BNI thing going on a couple of weeks ago, you told us, hey, Allard, why don't you buy this for me? And I was like, my wife is standing right here.
Robin likes me too.
Yeah, but if I had bought you something and didn't get her something,
we can't do that. I just thought you were getting all those for Robin.
Well,
diamonds were dripping off of her last time I saw her.
She's giving me hints, but as subtle as a kick to the shins.
Yeah, she's a smart lady.
But Southern Gem's got a lot going on. I had her on the show Monday, and she had pictures of diamonds on the screen, and a lot of people liked that quite a bit. And I know you like it because I saw your picture. You were the buddy of the elf.
I was. It was so funny. I had a great time.
Were you getting something repaired or buying something?
I was getting something repaired. They repaired one of my earrings and then a watch that my mom gave me that belonged to my grandmother. So it needed a new battery. And then they cleaned my jewelry for me. And of course, you walk in there and they just treat you like queens and kings. And I could just go in there and just sit all day long.
Well, when they expand it, they'll be able to do that. Right now it's a fairly tight space, but it's when they get down to the bottom floor, she did something that I was more I would say female-oriented businesses would do, like antique malls want to have a place for the men to sit and watch football or baseball or whatever, and she's going to have like a little champagne or maybe a shot at good stuff. And
you just send your credit card and we'll do the rest.
Well, pretty much while they're all, spending the mortgage money or whatever, you're out there, watching the ball game and having a good time, and she knows what she's doing. So there you are. Go to Gala, top floor, Windmiller Building. She got all these Christmas deals going on, gift cards and wish lists and layaway. Also, Hot Works. Talked to Michelle about 10 days ago. It's been it was middle of last week. And she's doing fine. She's really busy. She's quite the entrepreneur. Over at 731 on John Jones, get the infrared workout. Got 11 different kinds. You've done it before, right?
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Have you ever done Hot Works?
No, I have not.
You need to try
fabulous.
it.
Listen, I don't even have time to breathe right now.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Well,
I would love to, but
there's a lot of people in your position, but it is a 24-hour. It's not like it's staffed 24 hours. But if you got to the codes, which you get as a member, you can go into 2 a.m.
Yeah,
of course, your boy might miss you, but
I can't. They might call CPS on me if I leave him asleep while I run workout.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying it's a lot of people are in your position and they'll work out like at 5 a.m. or at midnight or whatever, and they can make that happen. So over by Chicken Salad Chick and
Michelle's just fabulous.
It really is nice. And Michelle, not Michelle, doggone it, I'm stuck on the last one. Melissa, she's my farm. Texas Farm Bureau agent. She could be your Texas
She's my
Farm
agent
Bureau.
too.
Is she really?
Yeah, and she had Santa Claus over at her place yesterday.
Yeah, she did.
And a reindeer who had an extra horn. Which
Robin
I
was over
about.
there to help Melissa out. She's going to be, helping Melissa kind of get her stuff organized a bit.
Nice.
And so it's 682-804-0534. And when I say organized, it's not like she's unorganized. It's just she's got a lot going on, and she's by herself right now, so she's getting a little help. But the Texas Farm Bureau saved me a little bit of money, or increased my life insurance, and so we're good to go. So give her a holler, 682-804-0534. All right. Also, one of the things I was talking about with Shandy, Re-Inspire, over at Accents and over at Bennett's in downtown Cleburne, you can go for a $15 donation, get a Christmas ornament. And, if you want to give more than $15, we'll take that too. And I really like Re-Inspire. They've been part of the Mr. Allard's neighborhood for at least a couple of years now. And
we could be a location for that. That's Viral Growth? Is that Chad in?
Yeah.
What's the other guy's name? Chad?
I don't know. I haven't seen them in a while, but they've been my cards and such.
They're nice.
But Accents, I'm sure y'all have been in.
Yes.
I've been in there a couple of times because you can buy a present for your mother or something like that, and they kind of say, oh, it's one of those men, and they grab you by the hand and they tuck you through so you won't get lost.
I feel like you've been traumatized by a shopping experience or something.
No, it's just you go to these shopping places like Robin, and I go to shop in antique malls, and it's like, okay, I could go through it, I could get it done, boom, 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 in like 30 minutes. Oh no, 30 minutes is what Robin takes for one particular row, particularly if there's Waterford involved. So I'd like a place to land, but none of these places are next to like a Chili's or something like that. And so, because they're all old warehouses. And so I was like, what is the problem with these antique malls and, bars or whatever? They're never around them. So whatever. On to the other thing. Also today at 3 o'clock, or 3:30 to be precise, over at 809 Southwest Salisbury, Braces of Burleson are giving away a set of braces. Now, I bet
that was on my list too.
You going to drop by, are you? Get some braces for cash in the future?
Well, he still has to lose a few more teeth.
Oh, sure. He's about 7, right?
He just turned 7.
Right.
November 9th,
right. But braces.
Braces are in his future. I can tell.
Yeah, I remember doing it.
Yep.
Anyway, so it has door prizes, giveaways, local vendors. This is something that Tiffany's promoting. So it's time to give back, as it says. And so go by 809 Southwest Salisbury, Braces of Burleson, and you'll have a good time. And you might get some braces.
And the benefits go to Center for ASD.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just to get to that.
Sorry.
It goes to ASD.
We got so excited.
I know. Well, that's a good thing. ASD, I really am impressed with how well
I love that organization.
Yeah, how well they promote themselves and whatnot. Same with Nick's stuff. So
I do wonder, though, what we're supposed to bring for a donation. Maybe if anybody's watching from the Center for ASD, you could let us know what donation you'd like.
I know one thing that Bianca has said is
toys?
they need not just toys as such. What they need is like kitchen stuff,
supplies and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paper
There's a list,
towels.
I think, on their website.
Yeah. Bianca said they need like paper plates. They need.
Because I just made a donation.
Right, and cups and
That's right.
Yeah.
plasticware and all this other stuff. So that'd be a good thing to do. Anyway.
Yeah, and what if you want to volunteer? You were talking about doing something nice and getting out of your own way. The Center for ASD is a great place to volunteer. Even if you, I would go paint with them, or if you are a musician, you can go do music with them. Anything really. So if you have a talent, you should share that with them.
Yeah, they're looking for volunteers right now too.
Yeah.
You could say that about just about every nonprofit.
True.
One thing they don't have in surplus is volunteers. I mean, it's good to have enough, but they never have too many. So,
right.
I talked to Megan over at Next Step, and and they need volunteers because it's a hard job, and ASD is a hard gig, and so is Re-Inspire is not easy, because you're dealing with people in difficult situations sometimes, and it can take a piece out of you emotionally. So you got to be ready for that. But anyway. Let's get on to what you want to talk about, Gabrina. We've been rambling on this other stuff. Let's talk about the chamber. What's going on these days?
Well, we're in December, and so I kind of wanted to give a recap of what we've done in 2022. So, in 2022, as of today, we have added 94 new members to our membership, bringing our total up to about almost 500. So we're really excited about that. Our ambassadors, we've got 13 ambassadors right now, and they've done a total of 37 ribbon cuttings for 2022, so which is great. We're always looking for ambassadors. We're looking for diplomats as well. Our diplomats, we've got 10 on the diplomats right now, and they've done a total of about 75 random acts of kindness for 2022. Both of them are, great opportunities. Our Power Heels, of course, right now we have 18 on the Power Heels, and so that's a really good group. They had a very successful fashion show, Holiday Bazaar. Right now they're gearing up and working towards the Full Circle Women's Conference next year. Dallas, Owen is heading that up. Dallas and Erica Hirsch and Josie Jones, they're kind of getting all that together right now for 2023. I am very excited to announce that we have added 4 new board members to our board of directors. We've got Travis Blackshire, the CEO of McLean Classic Foods. He's going to be on our board.
Oh.
Yes.
That's a big time outfit.
It really is. And we were super excited. When I talked to him, I told him that the direction that the chamber was going, and that, right now we felt like we didn't have the resources to be able to provide to industries and manufacturing companies like that. And I was looking for somebody on the board to be able to come and kind of help guide us, to sit on the board and help guide us in that direction, because we don't know what we don't know regarding industries and manufacturing companies and stuff like that. So what better person to ask than somebody that's in that environment that can say, hey, this is how the chamber can help us, and kind of start going into that direction as well.
It's interesting. What exactly is a classic foods? I mean, is it like what? I mean, is it different than just regular groceries or something like that?
They have a grocery department, then they have like a fast food department. Not fast food, but they have
restaurant based.
Yeah.
I'd have somebody from McLean come on there. I bet he's probably pretty tied up, but maybe somebody from their public relations office.
Well, let us get him on the board first in 2023. Slow down.
I'm always looking for guests to provide service to this community.
Yes. We've got Daniel Fernie, who's the owner of Varsity Car Wash and also House of Air, just right around the corner. So he's on our board as well. Rex Benson, the owner of Old South Pancake House. And we're super excited to have Rex on there because he can help us with the restaurant industry and kind of guide us in that as well. And then, of course, Allison Bradham. She had completed last year she was on the board, but she was completing somebody's term. So now she's able to go on as her own. And so she's on our board as well. Let's see, what else have we got going on? Oh my gosh. So, I told you guys that we have that relationship with the city of Burleson now and economic development, and we're super excited. They've tasked us to do these surveys to kind of help with business retention and stuff like that. And so I started the surveys October 17th. As of today, I've done 31. So I am like rocking and
Killing it.
rolling to get these done. Whatever can help benefit economic development and the chamber. Some of them are chamber members, and so when I go in, I talk to them about the new direction that the chamber's going, and try to get them more involved and more engaged with what we're doing. And some of them are not, and that's okay. And that gives me the opportunity to talk to them about the survey, and then also talk to them about the chamber too. So I actually did that, and Wendy's joined
Really?
because of that.
I was about to ask you, so do these mega corporations like a Wendy's, did their local outfits join? Or I mean, even if they're corporate owned, they could still be part of the chamber,
Absolutely.
right? Okay.
Anybody can be a part of the chamber.
Okay.
And you don't have to be you don't have to have your business in Burleson. You can have your business in Timbuktu if you want to, and still be a member of the chamber.
Well, you say Burleson area. I mean, that is a wide area.
It is a big wide area. We've got people from Fort Worth that are members of the chamber.
Sure.
And, just everybody.
Well, so we should thank you for the new payway coming into town.
No, thank Alex.
Oh, where's the payway going?
It's going to be on 731. It's probably going to be near like where Torchy's is. Which,
Amen.
Yeah, okay. Every time I say
Taylor loves
Torchy's, it's like the
Torchy's.
Aggies, and they go whoop. I say Torchy's, and hey, Torchy's.
I know.
But it's over in around HEB, that area over there. And I saw that. And it's just like Alex to throw it out there. Because if anybody knew about it beforehand, they'd have to kill him or something like that.
Yeah,
because he's very discreet.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good because it leaves us with the, okay, what's he doing next? What's he doing next? What's he doing next? Because you take away the element of surprise, and it's like, we knew about that already.
I know, but I'd like
it's
for
like jumping out of a cake. Surprise!
I'd like to see Alex jump out of a cake.
Right?
I'm just thinking, I'm just saying, okay, you got me off track. All right.
Okay.
You threw me off, but go ahead, Gabrina.
Yeah, we'll keep going. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about our social media. Jessica, and by the way, hi Jessica Pounds and Jessica Montemayor. They listen to us all the time, and so when I usually get back to the office, they always say, "Boss, you did so good." I'm like, nah,
The Jessicas.
the Jessicas,
Yeah,
The Jessicas.
the Jessica. Well, it used to be Gabrina and the Jessicas, and now Ryan Anderson switched it to the Jessicas and Gabrina.
Oh no! What was he? No, Jessica. No, I just keep when I hear Gabrina and the Jessicas, I feel like some sort of '60s
It's a band. Yeah,
or one of those cartoon bands like Josie and the Pussycats.
Yep, there you go.
That just aged me.
Well, me too. But so I wanted to just kind of go over our social media stuff. So in the last 90 days, our engagement has increased 100%. We've gone from 3,500 from May to August 12th, and then August 13th to November 10th, we've gotten up to 7,000. And so the Facebook engagements are more like the reactions, like, liking something, loving something, sad, mad, whatever, comments and shares. And so, she is really following all that stuff. So the engagements is awesome. The Facebook post reach that we've gotten has gone up a little less than 200% increase. It went up like by 45,000. We had 25,000 between May and August, and then August to November, we got up to 70,000. And basically, that's more of the people who saw the post at least one time. So that's super, super, super awesome, we think. And then,
it's very good.
Yeah. And then, of course, our top performing posts are going to be those, that, no surprise, it's new coming businesses into town. And so this one happened to be Alley Cats, that it was our highest reach on posts. It was the one that we did with Alley Cats. It reached 30,301 people.
Where's Alley Cats going to be?
Down by the Walmart,
neighborhood
Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's that area out there by
it's
Wakefield.
across from the 7-Eleven and all that. And
Yeah.
that's been one of the biggest things that's hit Burleson in a while.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then the reactions was also that one. They had 898 reactions, which was 11,125% more reactions than our median post. So that's pretty good. And then also the comments. We had 252 comments compared to our median comments of 0.
Oh.
So, so of course,
No going down from there.
Yeah, right. But now, listen, we're going up. That's the good thing. And, when you just include text, You don't get that. If we had just included text, it would have decreased our reach 50%. But because she added pictures, it included or it increased, that amount. So it's like if we don't say anything about social media, add pictures, add videos, add links, stuff like that, because that's what's going to get you your engagement and stuff. So total Facebook likes right now is 6,138 to date. And it pretty much aligns closely with all of Facebook. Women seem to be more on Facebook than men. This data that I have is 76.9% women as opposed to 23.1% men. And the lowest, this can also help you with your potential audience, because right now the lowest is males from 18 to 24 on Facebook. They're probably more on TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of fun stuff. But so if you want to do a campaign, it tells you where to target. You need to target 18 to 24-year-olds or something like that to get your campaign going up. So we're super excited about all that's kind of happened. And
well, that shows a lot of growth, though.
It really
and good
does.
Momentum to 23. When, I've used your website. Do you have the same kind of information about how many times your website's been accessed?
I'll have to ask Jessica on that one.
Because I was looking for, we're looking to do some stuff around the house. So I got on the website for the chamber and said, are these businesses? And I found 2 or 3 businesses that I will be contacting pretty soon about some stuff that we need done. And so it's a very good source to find out that kind of material. I just didn't. I'm not the kind that would get on the Facebook and just want to,
The Facebook, he did it again.
Yeah, I did it again, didn't I?
Oh my gosh!
I don't make a lot of comments on it, except to when I harass Seth Reeves, because he's always putting some highbrow philosophical thing on there, and I go, "What did you say?" But anyway, I'm just saying that when I got on the website, I found it to be very helpful.
Oh yeah.
Because when you join the chamber, it also is a form of accountability.
Right.
Because if you had somebody in the chamber that got a poor reputation or gains one, I don't know what the chamber could do about it, but I bet the members would say, "Hey, look, this is not just meant for your advertising. That means you stand for a certain code of ethics." And so that's why I trust the names I read on that chamber. It's a indirect affirmation that they do the business the right way.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't want to get into details what happened if they don't, because that'd be an unpleasant
Have you
conversation.
ever had to kick a business out of the chamber?
That's what I was trying to avoid. Thank you very much.
Sorry. I'm sorry. No, I mean, you don't have to be specific, but I was just thinking, has anybody ever been kicked out? I guess I would
on
have been
my
kicked out if
watch
they were
from
going to.
January, no.
Okay.
I cannot speak to previous.
Okay.
I have no idea, but no, not
Sorry,
on my watch.
Brad.
Jeez.
Mr. Allard.
No, whatever. You still can't do it, can you? Okay.
I don't know what it was, but I can't.
No,
do
you
it.
don't call me by my first name. It's still.
It's so difficult.
I know but anyway, back to the matter.
Anyway.
But more pleasant things.
Yes.
But obviously the membership has grown. Obviously your contacts have grown, and then you got this relationship with the city. I guess you don't get any inside intel though.
No, we don't.
So like on that Alley Cats thing, did they? That's something that's been kind of anticipated for a while. Did they say to you, "Hey, we want you to go and have an outreach with them as representative of the city," or you found out with the rest of us?
I found out with the rest of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was hoping it'd be, you could sit there and if you did get inside, I'd say the next question is, and what is that inside information?
Nope.
But no, you don't get it.
I don't get it either.
No, well.
And maybe someday, I might get in the little inner circle, but I doubt it. But
I doubt it.
it's worth a goal to try to shoot for.
Well, I understand there's all sorts of membership initiation rights. That you want to go through, shave your head and get a tattoo or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, the hazing is just
Yeah,
too
the
much
hazing.
for me.
Alex and Joni haze you.
Yeah, but our city leadership is so good, and I'll say
It
that
really is.
anytime Alex and Drew and Joni
Mm-hmm.
and
and Brian
their teams.
and
I don't know Brian.
Brian Langley, the city manager.
City man,
He's awesome.
I've heard of him. I've never met him.
Oh man, he's great. Yeah, and
Gotta have him on the show.
I would like to, but
he's awesome.
I've had several other members. I've had Billy Cordell on a couple of times. That's always a good show.
Yeah.
And it gives me confidence in what our police force is about. And I've had several other people. My memory's bad, but I had the Parks and Rec young lady.
Jessica, Jen Basham.
Yeah, Jen Basham. All right, I had her on the show about a year ago. And when I have Victoria on, that's her big thing on the council's parks. And she'll be on the show In about 2.5 weeks from now, and she'll be all over the parks thing.
Yeah.
And that's her thing.
Yeah. And then the mayor, I mean, he's super supportive of us, of the chamber. I mean, listen, I haven't met anyone that's not supportive of the chamber. It doesn't matter. And I'll say this here, I'll say it wherever. The chamber is, we're in the middle. What we do for one side, we do for the other. We don't have opinions. We don't express opinions. We are
really?
we are very in the middle.
She has opinions.
I know. I was going to ask you.
She just doesn't say that. No, just kidding.
I was going to ask you what you thought of the last elections, or what do you think of Joe Biden,
Lord,
or how about the deal in China? No, she won't go for that.
Nope, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's too exhausting. Too exhausting. And that's what we. The chamber is not supposed to have sides because we represent everyone, and it does, and we represent everyone's business. So it's not. Would not behoove you to take a side.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
And that would be against the whole.
You're well known because even in our off-camera conversations, you'll stick to that policy.
Yeah, I don't.
Even if anybody suspects this is just something for public, that's not the case. It's not that I ask her a lot of questions about that she would put her in the spot, but she's very, very diligent about maintaining that neutral stance, even in private conversations. Because how many restaurants are in the chamber? Probably a couple dozen.
There's several.
Yeah, and so they're competitors, but I don't. As far as like Otto and Rex, the fellow at Old South, and the Jaime, whatever his last name, I forget his last name.
Yeah.
The manager at Fresco's, they all seem to be on the same page, and
they're very good collaborators. I'd say all of them
root
are just
for each other. They all want to succeed.
Absolutely, and I think that's one of the positive things that I've noticed here in Burleson, because in doing these surveys, one of the questions is, who are your top 3 competitors? And every person has said, we really don't have competitors.
Yeah.
We all work well together, and that is so important because the way that Burleson is growing, there's plenty of business to go around, and if you support others, then they're going to support you too, and just to clarify too, when, let's say we have, 5 plumbers in the chamber. When somebody calls and asks for a plumber, we don't pick just one, or we don't have favorites. We give them the list of every single plumber, and it's up to them to call. And and I mean, that's when I say we're in it for every business. We are in it for every business. It's not. I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not just talking.
And I can verify for that. I mean, I could testify that she really is. In every conversation, even in text or whatever, she's always been taking that stance. I'm here for everybody.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And she won't go for the bait when I ask her about the elections or anything.
No, don't do drama. We don't do drama here.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. You got anything coming up in December?
We have one more network at night, and that's going to be at American National Bank, and that's pretty much going to be the end of it. We've already gotten, that's what I have on my list here, our 2023 network at nights are already booked.
All 12 months?
All 12 months. We're already starting. So just so you guys know, we started 2023 in now. I mean, first part of 2022. I'm still, where am I at? And I told the girls the other day, I said, okay, 2024, we need to be finished first quarter 2023. We need to have everything set and done for 2024, first quarter 2023. We work a year ahead of time.
Yeah, it sounds like you'd have no trouble filling out the request list there for those things. When is the one coming up, the one at the bank? When is that one?
Second Tuesday?
Yes, it would be December, I want to say the 11th, but let me double check.
Well, the 6th is a Tuesday.
The 13th. December 13th, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the 11th is on a Sunday, so
yeah.
December 13th at American National Bank. So we're super excited about that one.
I need to go to that one. I've last couple of times you've had these things, I've had conflicts.
Oh, they're good. They're really good.
You know, and they're always on Tuesdays, right?
Yes, it's the second Tuesday of every month. And then that brings me to, in 2023, the last Tuesday of every month, we're actually doing our business over breakfast. And that's going to be from 7:30 to 9, the last Tuesday of every month. It's going to be, I think we've talked about it before on the show, it's going to be a little different. If you remember, I've talked about how, the different direction that the chamber's going and how we want to partner with more businesses and stuff. And so we tried to figure out what could set us apart, this business over breakfast, apart from all of the other networking groups that there are. And so what we've done was we have actually partnered with BISD. And, they have their CTE program. So the culinary arts department is going to be doing our breakfast once a month. And that way, you guys, the people that attend will know exactly what they can. And, they're open. I mean, you can use them for catering. We're going to use them for our new employee luncheon catering.
Well, it's interesting you brought up CTE because that's next Thursday's guest is the head of CTE for BISD.
Oh, Randy.
Yeah, Randy Woolsey, right?
Yeah.
I've never met her, but
she's super, super sweet.
Yeah, and I deal with Michaela Hill, what they want to talk about, whatever else, and we're talking about just some of the very things you're talking about. So tune in next Thursday on the 8th. We can talk about, that's been a real good addition to the show, is having BISD on at least once a month.
Absolutely.
Had Kevin Ozzie on last month, and there are lots of good things are going on with that. And
we need to make a December calendar because I'm sitting here thinking in my head, there's so much going on.
I have a December calendar.
Yeah.
Well, I have a December calendar. I mean, I had to write it all on there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I do that too.
Get it out of my head.
I put it on the Thrive thing.
I do use that, but I don't really. But I use my paper calendar more than
I write it on paper and I put it on Thrive. I mean, I gotta make it work for me.
I do love Thrive. That's the best investment.
You know what we're talking about?
Ever made.
I do. Yeah. In fact, I referred somebody the other day to talk to you or somebody about that Thrive stuff. But
you did?
Yeah, I don't know if they did or not, but anyway.
If they do,
if they do, tell them Camille sent you.
Yeah, exactly.
Camille needs the money.
Yeah, that's right. No,
they pay referrals.
Yeah, Thrive will give us $300 credit.
Like a credit for our.
Yeah. So
it really is. I think that's. I think you'd agree that's the best investment.
Well, it's helped me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the chamber be.
No, I think we're too.
There's lots of chamber software and stuff though.
Yeah,
we have a whole chamber software that does all of our billing and all this kind of stuff. But one more quick thing on the CTE stuff, or business over breakfast. So for January, we will have a couple of kids from the culinary arts department come in and talk about the program, what they raise money for, what they can do. And then in February, we'll have somebody come and talk about maybe from like the agricultural department. In March, we may have somebody come and talk about, the construction program and then the welding and mechanics program. So we'll have somebody come talk each time. That way everybody that attends knows exactly what the programs are that are out there. And then we've also partnered with Burleson Collegiate High School because, those kids are graduating high school with an associate's degree as well. And so in these surveys, one of the questions is, are you having recruitment issues? And most of the people say yes. Well, what better way to these kids are our future employees. And these businesses are our current employers that are needing kids or that are needing employees. So what better way to be able to partner with them and put them together and connect them? Because I've heard Alex say, our goal is to, get these kids and give them knowledge so that they can work and learn and stay here in Burleson and continue to grow the businesses in Burleson. And what better way to do that than partnering them up with the current businesses that are here? So that's kind of how and what sets us apart from all of the other networking groups. We had to kind of think outside the box because we can't just allow one person per industry in. We have all the industries and we have a bunch from the same industry. So we had to kind of think outside the box on how we can promote everybody. And so that's the way that we came up with. And, Derek Rose works at the Brick and also has Melrose CPR. This was his idea. He's come up with several and he's, he comes in my office and he says, hey, do you have a minute? I'm like, what you got for me now? And usually the ideas that he brings are great. And we most of the time implement them, And so we've got the city on board with this business over breakfast. We're going to be doing it at the Brick and also at Russell Farms. And, so Parks and Rec's on board and the city of Burleson's on board and BISD and us. And so that's how we're starting to branch out and partner with other businesses, and put our logo and show that we support too.
Are other chambers in this area so integrated like y'all are with the city and with the schools?
I think Cleburne is.
Okay.
I think Alvarado, they're growing. They've got a part-time person there, and she's super sweet, and Heather McCall, and so she's a realtor as well. But they're growing, and Joshua's growing, and I actually deal with Terry Horn, of the Crowley Chamber, and we're all in the big chamber
Crowley has
group.
a great mayor.
Yeah. Well, I've never met the mayor.
Billy Davis?
Yeah, I've never
He is
met
so
him.
nice.
Yeah.
He's hilarious.
But, and so Terry and I have been working together, and when we go and all the chambers get together once a quarter, Shanda Perkins kind of heads that up. And so we all get together once a quarter and talk about, hey, these are the problems that I'm having. How would you handle it? Or these are the great things that are happening over here. And then we're like, oh, how did you do that? That's a great idea. So we feed off of each other, and I'm always open to having them come and talk to me about, hey, what are y'all doing and how are you doing this and what's your ideas? And, because again, I don't want it to be, well, we're the Burleson Chamber and we don't want to share our ideas. No, we want every business. I don't care where you're located. We want you all to succeed.
Yeah.
And so in order to do that, we share ideas, and so.
Well, it just impresses me just how coordinated y'all are with the city, with the schools. I just didn't know if that was a common thing or just something you really worked hard at, because I don't remember the chamber in previous years being, they worked with the city and they worked with the schools, but y'all seem to be like one team, on the same, all coordinated, working together for certain goals. So that's to your credit, because, it really does make a difference. And I see some of the things that are going on in the city, and I like where it's going. When I see stuff like Payway coming in, I'm thinking, oh, right, about time.
I love the lettuce wraps. I've
Really?
been thinking about it since y'all said Payway.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I like the broccoli, beef, broccoli, and rice, which is not good for my diet, but there you are.
Payway should bring us some food right now.
Yeah, now you're hungry. Yeah.
know.
Don't they want the
hungry, too.
exposure and the press from the show?
So when they open up, you'll be there.
Of course I'll be
And they
there.
say, oh yeah,
Of
by
course
the
I'll be
way, here's
there.
my
Yeah.
card, and
Yeah, and we have also I'm looking here because I know I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that our members are doing here in just a second. We're the chamber is going to start giving back as well. We have a lot of businesses that donate gift cards to us for raffles or whatnot, and so what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and we are going to purchase gift cards from different members and then go out and, like when we see a new business coming in, or like Payway, Alex let us know Payway is coming. Well, at some point I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to them and welcome them to the community. And if there's ever anything that we can do for them, just to please let us know. And oh, by the way, here's a gift card from ABC Company. They're a great member of the chamber. Why don't you take that and go? So now we've purchased gift cards from our chamber members to give back. And we're also sending them business. So that's how we're being able to kind of give back to our chamber members,
That's interesting. It's, giving gift cards like that and integrate them into the neighborhood, because more than likely maybe not the employees, but the ownership group is probably going to be new to Burleson. And so it helps get them involved in the community.
Exactly.
So that's really that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You also, I'm sure, in some way were helpful with that Toys for Tots event last night.
Well, we helped a little bit, yes, but that was more Jack Matson, Mike Perdue. This was their, they came up with this idea, and they asked Parks and Rec to be involved, and they asked the chamber to be involved, and we did. And I don't know if I'm glad you brought it up. I don't know if you saw my video or not, but I kind of got a little emotional. I didn't mean to. It just snuck up on me, and I'm just like. And I was doing it live, and I couldn't shut it off, so I was just.
We do lots of fun live videos.
Now I definitely want to see that video. Is it on the chamber page?
Yes, it is, because I did it live, and it was like, go and purchase these toys for these kids, and I got so choked up, and I was fighting back the tears, and I said I'm so sorry about the emotions, and I've had several people text me and said, man, your video hit hard, it was raw, it was real, and it was emotional, and you made me cry, or we went out and bought, toys and took them over, and so, that video was raw. It was real.
Well, I have to check that one out, definitely. were you able to make it last night?
Oh yeah.
So it was pretty successful, I'd imagine.
It was very successful. For the first one, I mean, the cars that were coming through, BISD was there, and they had Centennial and the Elks,
BHS, which I still call the high school. Sorry,
is the high school.
Yeah,
it is the only high school.
But yeah, I mean, it was a really, really good event. So kudos to Mike Purdue and to Jack Matson, and for coming up with this idea. And listen, to my understanding, this is the inaugural one. They're going to start doing it every year. So now we know kind of what to expect. And so next year, I hope that everybody that was involved this year, that they, know what to expect and go out and get toys. And because it's my understanding that the toys are actually going to stay here in Johnson County, which is great.
Yeah.
They're not going to, other locations, because there's a lot of Toys for Tots everywhere, but they're going to stay here in Johnson County, which is where they needed to be.
They were on the show about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just when about to start it off, and they said all this. This is going to be an annual thing. They expect it to grow every year, just like it did in Mansfield. They have going to have local distribution. So if people think they're buying a toy and think it's going to go to some poor kid in New York, that's it's still an act of generosity, certainly,
Right.
but it's even more so when it's your local community. Because one thing that, we talk about the growth of Burleson, we talk about the lifestyle here. There are a lot of people that are falling between the cracks.
Yeah.
Because it's tough.
Yes.
The economy is tough for a lot of people.
It really is.
And, I've been talking to, I'm going to have a couple of guests on at both Promises, Debbie Beeman, and also Jennifer Woods is a monthly guest. And they both told me the same thing when we were setting up the shows, that they're getting a lot of business. It's getting more and more and more people coming to them for assistance. And it's not transits or migrants or people that are, living under a bridge. It's people that are
families.
Yeah, that have houses here and their kids go to our schools, and jobs have been lost or other things have happened. And so it's not just a stereotypical applicant for the relief. It's
right.
People you may know well, and you may not even know that they're in that situation.
Right, that they're struggling. Yeah, I mean, I do have to brag on my little boy Cash.
Sure.
Real quickly.
Of course.
He turned 7 November 9th, and I asked him. I said, "Buddy, what do you want for your birthday?" He said, "Mom." He said, "I just want people to bring toys and food so that we can give them to families that don't have it."
And you teared up on that one too.
Oh, well, of course I did. Of course I did.
You must be doing something right.
So, and I mean that, I didn't tell him to do that. That's what he wanted to do, and so it really, I don't know what what God has planned for him, but I know he's going to do great things.
Well, yes, and it's that's a memory you'll keep forever.
Absolutely,
isn't it?
I will, because now he's going to want to do it forever, which is fine with me, because then that kind of saves me too. So
it does. That's tough though, because like Grace gave all our money to homeless people one year. We were doing lots of benefits, but like every time we saw one, she'd give them cash, and I'm like, you can't dampen the spirit when they're wanting to do that. So even though you're like, that was my last dollar. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
You just
it was your last dollar, but they probably hadn't had a dollar in days or months or whatever. But I do want to discuss a few things. Coming here, I do like to promote our members and some of their events that we're having.
Okay.
So we've already talked about the Braces for Burleson. So the celebrity cutting, the Charity Foundation celebrity cutting, is coming up tomorrow evening. That is going to be at Will Rogers Coliseum. It's basically the cast from Yellowstone versus the cast meets the cast from 1883. So, and if you don't know about Charity, they help, with people with cancer that don't have insurance or anything like that. So it's a great organization. We do have on December 3rd, we have the parade. That evening, we have Breakfast with Santa from 7 to 11. We've got Christmas at the Library from 10 to 1. And all of this information is in our weekly e-blast that Jessica sends out. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, do that, because on Thursdays, it's all of our members' information. And if you are a member and you do have something that you want us to get out there to the public, send us a flyer and we'll be more than happy to post it. December 10th, they're having Christmas at the Farm at Russell Farm Arts Center. December 3rd again, Selfies with Santa for Clearwater Express Car Wash. And Diamonds and Dice is going to be on December the 3rd, which is Saturday, at the Pines of Alvarado. So, Couch and Russell has changed their name. They've rebranded. They are now Clear Financial Network. And so Diamonds and Dice is being put on by Clear Financial Network. And so Hill College is offering a free lunch and learn, building a successful culture. That is on Thursday, December 8th. Old Pro Roofing and Sarah King Insurance presents Santa's Candy Shop, December 9th from 5:30 to 8. Free pictures with Santa, live reindeer, Santa letters, hot chocolate. And that's going to be at Sarah's office. Adams Tack is doing a Christmas party on December 10th. And so they're having, from 2 to 6, they're doing a goat roping, drawings, hot dog truck, balloon artist. December 10th also, they're having a blood drive out at Home Zone. So, Home Zone is one of our members as well. So there's going to be a blood drive from 2 to 6. So you can contact the Home Zone or go out. This is the time right now that people are probably going to need to start saving up, because unfortunately accidents happen during Christmas and the New Year's. People have a little bit too much eggnog. And
no.
Yeah. And then also Otto is doing Pictures with Santa.
Right.
December 11th from 9 to 1 at our place. Artistic Motion Dance Academy. Land of the Sweets Tea Time. December 17th, First National Bank. Oh, Patsy Dumas is retiring.
Oh, no. Really?
Yes.
She's been part
retiring.
of the Burleson scene forever.
I know. So they're having a retirement reception in honor of Patsy Dumas on Thursday, December 29th from 12 to 4 at First National Bank in Burleson.
Well,
so
Patsy's been she's kind of like Mary Slaney. I mean, it's like, well, they've been involved with everything.
Yes.
Or the late Ann Heberly, she's always involved in everything. And so... Well, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Clear Financial Network is going to have a networking mixer. Oh, that's going into January. So we'll cover January.
Well, it sounds like a lot is going on.
There really is.
And then all this is on the webpage, certainly. So
yes, it's all on our website. It's it's on our weekly e-blast. That's where I'm reading it from.
And there's also, I don't know if they're chamber members though. The poker tournament for women that they're doing. That deal.
Taylor has it hooked up for us. Why don't you throw it up there?
I don't know if they're members of the chamber. Oh, yeah, they are.
But tell us, you send us, tell us about what's going on here.
Yes, my friends over at 5220 Social, which is a legal poker.
Legal,
not illegal. A legal poker room. And they're having a toy drive. So I think if you bring a toy, you get a free month's membership. And then they have the ladies tournament, which should be a lot of fun. And there's going to be food provided from the Spice Rack, and then I think Truly Title is sponsoring the drinks, so that ought to be fun. Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so when it is again? I must
that's Wednesday, December the 7th at 7 p.m. at 5220 Social, which is in Joshua.
Right.
On Wilshire Boulevard. 3509, I think.
Well, you're right. It's near the beginning of Joshua,
past the funeral home, past that Kathy's place. I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, a lot of people found out what it is. Michelle had a cancer run fundraiser there. You did that. You were part of that too.
Yeah.
So this is a week from. Well, no, it's next week. Next Wednesday night.
Yeah, so
all right. So bring your.
And it's fine. And you don't really even have to know how to play. I don't think they'll.
No one knows how to play poker.
I know.
I don't know how to play until they skin you.
I got to tell you something real quick too. Speaking of poker, so I get a text from Cash's teacher saying him and another little boy.
I know where this is going.
Him and another little boy came up and asked her
He's a bookie
if
now
he
at the
could
elementary
play
school.
poker. And she said, no, you can't play poker, And so they don't even know how. I think they were watching a Western. I think he was watching a Western at the house or something they were playing. Anyway, she said, no, you cannot play poker. So they go and sit back down, and it's, she sees them kind of exchanging math counters. Oh. And so I asked Cash, I said, so how do you play poker? He said, well, he described a go fish. Oh. He said, I asked if you have a red, and if you don't have a red, then I have to grab a white. And I was like, okay. So, hey, if it's learning, but no.
Yes, bring your elementary children to the poker tournament.
No. But it was funny because, and then I asked him, I said, well, did you get to play poker today? No. She said, we couldn't play poker anymore. I said, that's probably best. You probably don't need to be playing poker at school.
So they're rolling dice in the hallway now.
No, I don't even think he knows what dice are.
Yeah, okay.
I'll get him some for Christmas.
Yeah. We're almost done. As fun as it's been, Taylor's got things to do. Is that right? He's been really busy.
Yeah, he is very busy.
He is very busy. All right. But anyway, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you both being here. And so y'all get the last words as always. So you want to start, Camille?
Oh, we'd be here all day.
Okay, then we'll get to Gabrina.
Well, I would like to thank our 2023 partners that are partnering up with us for 2023. HEB, Texas Health Hughley Hospital, Texas Health Neighborhood Care and Wellness, their diamond partners, platinum partner, Baylor Scott and White, our gold partner, City of Burleson Economic Development, Frost Bank, Express Employee Professionals, Clear Financial Network, silver partner, City Market, bronze partner, Justice Insurance, American National Bank, and then copper partner is Justice IT. As well. So,
the insurance, is that it? What he does?
Justice Insurance Specialist.
Right.
That is a different company. They do insurance, and then Justice IT with Brook Justice. They do all of our IT stuff, and they do computers, and they're the ones that keep us running every day.
Oh, well,
so
good.
I would like to thank them for supporting us coming into 2023.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at the January calendar in my head, and that's probably the first Thursday in January. You can be available for that?
First Thursday would be January the 5th.
Well, okay, and the 3rd, I just figured, it might be pretty tied up.
So we're off on the 2nd.
Right.
The 3rd, I'm available on the 3rd.
Let's do the 3rd. January 3rd, we'll be back
Grace's
here.
birthday is on the 7th, if anybody wants to join us.
She can go to play poker.
Yeah, she's going to play poker. I send the kids over there. I'll send the kids to the,
I agree. By the way, when is Gracie publishing that next book?
Her next book is coming out in February.
Yeah, we're going to have her on the show, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
I might have to, prod her a little bit to talk, how shy she is.
I know,
but-
she's so shy. This was very different. I think you'll be surprised. It's very, very different.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taylor. And,
Yes, thank you, Taylor, the
yeah,
best
thank you,
producer in the universe.
Yeah,
What up?
Monday, I have Promises Community with Debbie Beeman.
You promise?
I promise. Tuesday, I'm going to be in Dallas, so we're going to do that show on Friday morning. I'll just be ranting about something. And
Shocking.
Yeah, and then Thursday will be BISD with Randy Wilsey, so we'll look forward to all of that. I'll see you then.